Is Islam dominated by radicals? I am going to argue that it is not, for one simple reason. Islam is a religion of personal faith and practice, and for the vast majority of Muslims in the world, theirs is a belief completely divorced from radical action. I will accept the affirmative team's definition of an Islamic radical. Those who are striving for a political order representing a reactionary version of Islam that denies legal and civic equality to men and women, and also denies equality on the basis of religion, and denies freedom of speech and freedom of thought. The affirmative team state that the radicals have their hands on the levers of power, and a vast number of Muslim people are under their control in many countries. Therefore, Islam is dominated by radicals. Those state structures that are referred to by the team for the affirmative are not specifically dominating Islam, however. They are dominating the civic lives of the citizens of those countries, but not their religious beliefs or practices. And what is more important to this is that those state structures are often run by secularist dictators. For a few quick examples, we'll talk about a few locations in which this dominating idea may be suggested as occurring, or perhaps radicalization may be suggested as occurring. The situation in Egypt is interesting. A popular uprising was toppled in just 2 weeks, a 40-year autocratic leader, and led to actual democratic elections. An Islamic party came to power. Within 2 years, the people then rose up against this leader and his religious policies, and now the country is back in the hands of the same autocratic leaders, who are secular. No uprising seems to be happening again. It is as though the Egyptians would prefer not to have autocratic leaders, but if they must, let them be secular. The Pakistani people are horrified by the extremist actions of the Taliban. The school massacre in Peshawar has wounded the people of the whole country, personally and psychologically. Their sadness and confusion is palpable. The Pakistani government and army is fighting against these violent people with greater losses than anyone in the West seems to comprehend. In Iran, an attempted uprising against the state in the Green Revolution by the Muslim people was put down by the state systems. Let's remember that Iran was a socialist democracy that nationalized their oil companies in 1953, before it was the US and Britain who overthrew and killed the democratically secular elected leader in favor of a brutal dictatorship, then overthrown by the people, led by their spiritual leader as the only person who had the gravitas to lead the revolution. Indonesia is often talked about, the largest Muslim country in the world, 240 million Muslims. It is dominated by politically savvy and sometimes corrupt leaders, but they are religiously moderate. Abu Bakr Bashir and his movement are no longer. Living as a Westerner is no trouble in this country. Getting a beer is easy for Muslims in this country. And in Saudi Arabia, Mecca is being destroyed with magnificent old buildings torn down to make way for malls and hotels and all sorts of architectural monstrosities. In the heart of Islam, I don't see the hand of Islam, I see the hand of free market economics. Muslim people around the world are dominated by power-hungry pragmatists. And we see the results of this, the people wanting to fight against this on the TV news. Spend 70 years stomping around the world creating and supporting violent and oppressive regimes, and the people being stomped and oppressed may feel a bit frustrated by this, but for clearly rational reasons and not anything to do with religion. Against this proposition, it is a problem of perception. There is a problem of understanding who Muslims are and whether they are represented by the images seen by the West on TV. Is Islam dominated by radicals? Well, what is Islam? I am no scholar of Islam. I have not read the Quran, but one can easily point to basic concepts and obligatory acts as the 5 pillars, just as the ancillaries of faith are for many Shiite Muslims. Declaring there is no God but God, ritual prayer, giving one's savings to the poor and needy, fasting and self-control during Ramadan. How are these things dominated by radicals when they are so personal, so private? pilgrimage to Mecca at least once in a lifetime. How does a radical dominate the Hajj? I can tell you what is dominating the Hajj is the prices of airlines and the prices of hotels. Free market capitalism? Possibly. Or maybe power-hungry, greedy people is dominating that. It's not Islam. Islam is not dominated by radicals. The experience of Islam by ordinary Muslims is not dominated by radicals. The lives of people are dominated by the power hungry, but that is a separate issue.